Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into the absolute sheer magic, the high-tech global networks, and those deeply rooted local movements that are literally working around the clock to get food onto your table. It's a pretty wild ride, so let's just jump right in.
Okay, so to kick things off, let's ask a really simple, everyday kind of question. How on earth does a delicate little tomato travel an average of 1,500 miles to your plate without turning into total mush? Seriously, think about it. That is a massive distance for something that bruises so easily. And honestly, pulling this off is a monumental logistical challenge, especially when you consider this totally sobering fact. 30 to 40% of the food produced by farmers worldwide, it's lost before it ever reaches a consumer. Whether it's pests, bad weather, or a hiccup in the supply chain, that is just a staggering amount of food loss. We absolutely need highly coordinated systems to stop this from happening.
Number 1, the modern food journey. So the core food supply chain is like this incredibly complex giant puzzle. It covers the whole shebang, from sourcing raw materials and doing the primary harvesting out on the farm, all the way through processing, packaging, wholesale and retail distribution, and finally, right down to consumption and recycling. We're talking about a vast, deeply interconnected ecosystem of players. Number 2, smart warehouses and processing. Now, you need massive physical infrastructure to actually bridge that gap between the farm and your fork. We're talking about everything from procurement and inventory management out in the fields, through massive manufacturing plants, all the way to those highly specialized transportation networks that absolutely demand safe, tamper-free handling. To pull this off, just imagine these incredible digital dashboards showing real-time inventory visibility across the entire globe. By integrating things like RFID tags, IoT sensors, and outfitting smart warehouses with robotic systems, they can automate practically everything. It keeps the whole system humming along without a hitch and prevents that massive spoilage we were just talking about. Number 3, the unbroken cold chain. Now, a cold chain is defined entirely by its uninterrupted sequence. From the very second a carcass is cooled in a processing plant, to the refrigerated trucks, right down to the supermarket aisle, it has to maintain a highly specific, low-temperature interval. If that temperature fluctuates even a little bit, boom, the safety, quality, and shelf life of those perishable products are instantly compromised. But keeping this uninterrupted sequence actually builds a continuous digital record. Modern fleets use advanced telematics with IoT sensors measuring temperature and humidity around the clock. Dispatchers get real-time GPS tracking, they know the exact status of the refrigeration units, and they even get instant alerts the very second a cargo door is opened unexpectedly. No secrets here. The really crucial point to understand here is the contrast. An unbroken chain guarantees exact temperature control and leaves verifiable audit trails, which you absolutely need for strict regulatory standards like HACCP. But on the flip side, a broken cold chain means temperature excursions, nasty bacterial pathogen growth, and it directly fuels that estimated 1.3 billion tons of global food waste we see every year. Number 4, blockchain and food traceability. Honestly, blockchain technology is a total game changer for the space. It creates a decentralized, immutable ledger recording every transaction. Because you literally cannot alter the data once it's locked in, it gives us this unprecedented level of visibility, transparency, and trust regarding the exact origins and handling of our food. And the traceability process itself works in 3 really straightforward steps. First, an item is scanned right at the source, the farm. Next, that data, which tracks every single stop through those smart warehouses and cold chains, is permanently recorded on that immutable ledger. And finally, you, the consumer, step in. QR codes scanned by consumers let you trace the product's exact origin just by using your phone. Just by using everyday mobile tech to scan these codes right in the grocery store aisle, you can verify exactly where your ingredients came from. This level of granular data is incredibly empowering. It provides actionable insights that are completely changing the relationship we have with the food we buy. Number 5, farm-to-plate philosophy. Now, while those global networks are amazing, this philosophy takes a totally different, much more local approach. Picture local farmers harvesting fresh vegetables and fruits just a few miles from your front door. This means you get direct sales at farmers markets and local restaurants purchasing directly from the farm. Because we're cutting out intermediaries and drastically reducing transportation distances, we get lower carbon emissions and much fresher, healthier meals that actively support local agriculture. Number 6, summary, farm to plate. So, whether that food is navigating a hyper-complex global network monitored by satellites or just taking a quick ride in a pickup truck to a local farmer's market, it generally follows this incredible 8-stage path: farm, harvest, processing, packaging, transportation, distribution, retail, and finally, the consumer.
What you should really take away from all this is that whether we're relying on blockchain and IoT sensors, or we're leaning into localized regenerative farming, modern food networks are all striving for the exact same things. They want incredible efficiency, unwavering food safety, top-tier quality assurance, and long-term sustainability. Ultimately, it all boils down to this one simple truth. A safe and sustainable food supply chain ensures fresh, high-quality food reaches every table. That is the goal, every single day, for millions of workers worldwide. Which leaves us with one final kind of mind-bending thought to ponder. With all this wild technology and transparency right at our fingertips, if you could trace the exact journey of your next meal, right down to the specific soil it grew in and the temperature of the truck that brought it to you, would it change the way you eat? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I really hope it gave you some amazing food for thought.